Ever wonder why so many wealthy people seem miserable? A surprising study found that self-made millionaires were happier than those who inherited wealth, yet neither group achieved the contentment most would expect. The reason might change everything about how you chase success. What if the path you're on leads to a beautiful house that echoes with emptiness? Imagine reaching your financial summit only to find yourself alone at the top. I'm not saying money is evil or hard work is wrong. Today we're exploring the hidden price tag of success, the costs they don't mention in those motivational videos about grinding your way to the top. Have you ever noticed how many successful people end up alone? Let me tell you about James, a CEO I met who had everything money could buy, except someone to share it with. This guy lived in this gorgeous mansion. We're talking 6 bedrooms, a pool that looked like something out of a resort, and a garage full of cars most people only see in magazines. But when I visited him for dinner one night, something felt off. The place was spotless, perfect even, but there was this silence. No family photos on the walls, no kids' toys scattered around, just James and his housekeeper who left right after serving us. When I asked about his journey to success, his eyes lit up talking about his business achievements. But when the conversation shifted to his personal life, that spark disappeared. I always thought I'd have time for that later, he confessed. There was always one more deal to close, one more milestone to hit. By the time he made it, everyone had moved on without him. Career ambition demands these tiny sacrifices that seem insignificant in the moment. Missing your daughter's scoring her first goal because you're presenting quarterly numbers. Canceling anniversary plans when an urgent client issue arises. Telling friends we'll catch up when things slow down. Each compromise seems reasonable alone, but they compound over time, like a savings account of lost moments silently accumulating interest. Then one day you wake up to find your connections have vanished. Your dream beach house sits empty during vacations. You make partner at your firm, but haven't maintained a relationship in years because there's never enough time. You've checked every box on your financial goals, but find yourself eating dinner alone in a home that echoes with emptiness. This relationship erosion happens so gradually that you don't notice until it's too late. It's like watching your hairline recede. You don't see it day by day, but eventually, you look in the mirror and wonder where it all went. One missed family dinner becomes 20, becomes remember when Dad used to come to these things? What makes this particularly dangerous is how career achievements trigger intense dopamine hits. The promotion, the bonus, the recognition, temporarily masking relationship deterioration. This biological response connects directly to what researchers call hedonic adaptation, our ability to adjust to positive circumstances like higher income. Studies show that while a pay raise might make you happier initially, within about 6 months, you return to your baseline happiness level. But crucially, our brains never fully adapt to loneliness. That emptiness persists and deepens over time. So, if money doesn't bring lasting happiness, what does? Before we answer that, consider this. Lottery winners often end up less happy than before their windfall. When sudden wealth enters the picture, relationships get complicated. Friends and family start seeing dollar signs instead of a person. But not every wealthy person ends up alone in a massive empty house. I've met millionaires who come home to chaos, laughter, and genuine connection every single day. The difference isn't in how much money they make, it's in the boundaries they refuse to cross, even when opportunity knocks. Let me introduce you to the concept of success with boundaries. While most believe achievement demands sacrificing our personal lives, financially successful people with strong relationships have completely flipped this script, mastering something others haven't. What if your next big opportunity didn't require sacrificing what matters most? The wealthiest people I know with thriving families reject today's celebrated hustle culture with its rise and grind mentality. They work differently rather than harder. At a child's soccer game, they're fully engaged, not answering emails. During dinner, their phone stays in another room. They're completely present during moments that matter to loved ones. These individuals define success through a wider lens that includes relationship health. They consider making another million while losing connection with their spouse a failure, regardless of financial gain. I spoke with one tech entrepreneur who built a $40 million company while maintaining a 25-year marriage. His secret? Relationship non-negotiables. Commitments business was never allowed to break. Thursday nights were sacred date nights. Sundays belonged to family. His children's important events went on his calendar before any business meeting. When my daughter had her piano recital, he shared, I declined a meeting with our biggest potential investor. That investor later told me he respected my priorities and signed with us specifically because of them. Everyone thinks I'm crazy turning down lucrative opportunities that conflict with these commitments, he explained. But those same people express envy about my family life, never connecting the boundaries I set with the relationships I've maintained. These successful individuals view money as a tool for creating shared experiences. One family funds multi-generational vacations where grandparents, parents, and grandchildren build memories together. The money serves the relationships, not vice versa. They've also mastered knowing when they have enough. While culture pushes us toward more, bigger houses, nicer cars, higher salaries, these individuals have drawn their line. One successful marketing agency founder put it perfectly, I realized I was making more than enough for everything my family needed. Do I want to double my income if it means cutting family time in half? For me, the answer was clear. What these wealthy individuals have fundamentally understood is that money should protect and enhance relationships, not compete with them. They use resources to create security, reduce stress, and build foundations where connections flourish. Their homes aren't showcases of wealth, they're spaces designed for togetherness. Think about what makes you truly happy. Is it the amount in your bank account, or is it something else entirely? While those families we just talked about have figured out how to balance wealth and relationships, there's something fascinating that science has discovered about money and happiness that might completely change how you look at your next raise. You know that feeling when you get a bonus or a raise? That rush of excitement? It's like a spark that briefly lights up your life. Money can bring happiness, but the relationship between dollars and joy follows a more complex pattern than most of us realize. For years, experts believed in a magical income threshold that would maximize happiness. But a groundbreaking 2023 study by researchers Kahneman and Killingsworth transformed this understanding. The impact of money on happiness actually depends on your baseline emotional state. Here's what they discovered. If you're in the least happy 20% of people, your happiness increases with income up to about $100,000 a year, then plateaus. Additional money beyond that point barely moves the needle. However, if you're already generally happy, the relationship between money and happiness continues to grow beyond $100,000. Your baseline happiness literally determines how much joy each additional dollar brings you. Even more revealing, what you do with your money matters more than how much you have. Would you prefer a new TV or concert tickets with friends? Science recommends the concert. A 2014 study showed that spending on experiences creates significantly more happiness than purchasing material items. Experiences generate lasting memories, while physical possessions quickly lose their excitement. Want a scientifically proven happiness hack? Share your wealth. A 2008 study demonstrated that pro-social spending, using money to benefit others, generates more positive emotions than self-directed purchases. Even small acts of generosity activate brain reward centers in ways that personal spending simply cannot match. Financial security unquestionably reduces anxiety. When basic needs are covered, stress levels naturally decrease. However, continuously pursuing greater wealth once you're comfortable can actually increase stress and diminish happiness, like running on an ever-accelerating treadmill without reaching a new destination. So what predicts happiness better than income? The research consistently points to one factor: Relationships. The depth and quality of your connections with others predict happiness and life satisfaction more reliably than any number on your paycheck. Consider this. When you're reflecting on your life someday, will you think about that 2023 promotion, or will your thoughts center on the people you loved and who loved you in return? Studies consistently show that strong social connections are the most powerful predictor of life satisfaction, stronger than income, career success, or any other measurable factor in our lives. So we've reflected on wealth and success, but here's the truth. What truly matters is who we share our journey with. The things that bring genuine joy cannot be purchased at any price. Meaning emerges from how we interpret our lives, while purpose drives our actions forward. Without meaning, purpose becomes an endless treadmill, constant motion without arrival. What does your vision of success truly encompass? When you look back, which will matter more, the balance sheet or the shared laughter? Money opens doors, but relationships make those doors worth walking through. Money may buy the house, but only connections can transform it into a home. Stay blessed by the best, friends.